you live each day of the week. Come on, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. What you waiting for? Come and take a seat. Like and subscribe, this is where you wanna be. Cause you know we gon' talk about it. Let's talk about it. Get in here, we in here tonight. So get in here, we in here to vibe.
Hey everybody, how's everybody doing? Welcome to the show. I'm just finishing up changing this thumbnail right quick. Let me just Change it right quick. How's everybody doing? Let me know if y'all can hear my voice. Hit that thumbs up button, please. And share this video. We are going to be breaking down another TikToker, you guys. Another famous TikToker that then took a nosedive. Okay. Another narcissist TikToker. All these social media people. What we gonna do about them, y'all? What are we gonna do? Welcome, everybody. Thank you guys so very much for being here when y'all could have been a whole lot of other places. I'm assuming. I'm gonna put my disclaimer up. Thank you so much, Kim. I appreciate it. Let me grab it right quick. Here we go. So basically down at the bottom, it just says that I am not trying to defame nobody's character. We are just going to be speaking today. We're going to break down this reaction video of this famous TikToker. They call him, oh, let me put his picture up, honey. His name is Wade Wilson. I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys probably have heard of this story of this guy. Hold on one second. Let me just do that again. Stop. Oh, excuse me. Give me a second. Let me put him up. Here we go. All right, we're going to be talking about this famous TikToker, Wade Wilson. Okay. Oh, no, not that picture. Oh, that's an ugly one. Hold on. Stop. Let me put up another one. I'm sorry, y'all. Such a damn. I don't know why I'm like this. I shouldn't be this way, but I am. Here we go. There go Wade. There go Wade Wilson. I wanted to put this up because I wanted to show you guys what he looked like before he did what he did versus after he started getting arrested, you know, whatnot. This is what he ended up looking like, okay? This is Wade Wilson. They call him the Joker Killer, okay? He was once a TikTok influencer, okay? Now he is definitely sitting behind bars. So I want to go over with you guys shortly. Hold on, let me close some of these windows. I was all up in here. Might as well close this whole thing down. Give me a second. Close this down. Good Lord. If y'all seen all the crap I got open over here, honey. Dang. Take this down too. Oh, well, I might as well do it like that. Oh, okay. I know it's that big. All right. But anyway, let me bring up the video. We're going to break down his court sentencing reactions. Okay. We are going to go over it again, you guys. I've been doing this for the last, I don't want to say the last couple of days because I skipped a day doing it. I don't think I did it yesterday. I did it once and then I didn't do it again. So this is going to be, today we're only going to bring you one of these because we're going to change topics after this and talk on other stuff. Okay. If y'all don't mind. Sorry, you guys. I'm to close down the window that I need. Oh, my. All right, hold on. All right, here we go. It's only about 10 minutes long, but what we're going to do, we're going to break it down, and we're also going to point out his behaviors, his toxic behaviors, his manipulation, narcissistic behaviors, because baby, when I tell you straight narc, oh my God, y'all wait till y'all find out about this guy, okay? So maybe I should go to the verdict. Well, no, because since we're running late, you know, let's just do the sentencing tonight. I'm gonna go ahead and let y'all know the verdict is definitely guilty. He can't have a sentence without a verdict, right? So the verdict is definitely guilty, okay? And I think they're gonna go over the verdict in the sentencing on this one. So I'm going to pull this up right quick. So I'm going to have to take him down for a second so I can pull up his sentencing. It's only about 10 minutes long, but I want you guys to please take note to his expression or lack of. Now, there is a longer version out there of the sentencing. I don't know if I want to play that one, but because I think that he does what I need him to do, not need him to do, but he does a lot in this video. So I want you guys to pay attention. Now you will hear they're gonna kind of give a brief synopsis of what he's charged with. Okay. I think they do that in every sentence. So y'all don't have to worry about me telling y'all what he did because they're gonna go over it in the sentencing. But I want you to pay attention to his reactions. I wish I could put the photo up, both of them up, but I don't know how to do that yet. Well, I don't even know if you can. But I wanted to put the photo up because, again, I wanted to show you guys what he looked like before he did this heinous crime versus afterwards. And we're gonna talk about it afterwards. We're gonna talk about why, in my opinion, why he did that in the first place. Okay. All right. So let's run. Oh, I didn't mean to show that. I didn't mean to be showing all my business today. All right. So let me run the video, and then we're gonna talk about it.
Fortunately, all right, let the record reflect that
immediately already walking into the court. You guys put down in the chat what was the first thing you thought when you saw him walk into court? Let's do that one more time. Just walking into the courtroom, what's the first thing that you noticed about him? Because it stood out to me very, very loud. Tell me what you noticed.
all right, let the record reflect.
Did you notice anything? Somebody said a bozo. Did you notice anything when he first walked in? Well, let me tell you, he walked in with like a lot of confidence, arrogance. Exactly. That's it. I say confidence, but arrogance, very much arrogant. Like he, no worries. I got this. I'm not worried about nothing. Just very arrogant, obnoxious, already cocky. I love these words. Bold, arrogant, cocky, already. I own this. I'm in charge. You understand what I'm saying? All right, let's continue.
The state's president, defense counsel, and the defendant are all present. We're here for sentencing. Was there anything else that the court needed to address prior to sentencing?
No.
All right. So I have considered all of the testimony and evidence, arguments of counsel, applicable case law, and statutes. I have prepared a written sentencing order, which I'll file contemporaneously with the pronouncement of the sentence here today. I also have copies for the state defense, which I'll hand out once I conclude. So in the state of Florida versus Wade Stephen Wilson, case number 19 CF 568, the court will read aloud the portion of the sentencing order related to sentencing circumstances and proportionality. In evaluating the aggravating and mitigating factors, the court does not engage in a mere counting procedure, but instead makes a reasoned judgment based on the totality of the circumstances. In reaching this decision, the court is mindful that because death is a unique punishment in its finality, its application is reserved only for those cases where the most aggravating and least mitigating circumstances exist. The law never requires the imposition of a death sentence. In this case, the totality of the circumstances indicates the defendant, with premeditation, beat and strangled Christine Melton in her home before stealing her vehicle and driving to meet his girlfriend, Melissa Montanez. After Montanez refused to get into the car with him, the defendant battered her in broad daylight. The defendant told law enforcement, when Ms. Montanez managed to flee from the defendant, he fled the scene and drove back to Cape Coral, where he decided that he would murder another person. He saw Diane Ruiz walking to work and pulled over, pretending to ask for directions. She got into the car to provide directions, but the defendant strangled her when she tried to exit. He then drove to an empty lot, strangling her into unconsciousness at least one additional time on the way there. When she tried to flee from the car,
You see how he's trying to be very calm, very cool, very nonchalant, very unbothered. Have you noticed that? Have you guys taken note of that?
he drove over her at least one time, inflicting mortal injuries to her spine, ribs, and neck. The evidence showed that both murders were heinous, atrocious, and cruel, and that the second murder was cold, calculated, and premeditated. The defendant inflicted serious physical and emotional pain to the victims. Moreover, the defendant committed murders while on probation for prior felony convictions, and he committed 2 first-degree murders contemporaneously with each other and with grand theft of motor vehicle, battery, and burglary of a dwelling. There are no statutory...
His eyes look like, can you go ahead and get this over with already? Like, like I got somewhere to go. Can you hurry it up already, Ooh, Lord.
Mitigating circumstances that were established, but the court considered the non-statutory mitigating circumstances presented by the defendant. Out of 13 enumerated non-statutory mitigating factors, the court found that 10 had been established. Out of those established, 6 were given little weight. The totality of the mitigating circumstances indicates that the defendant suffers from drug use from a young age, along with undiagnosed and untreated mental health issues of some kind. He felt abandoned by his biological parents, but had a devoted adoptive family who raised him in a supportive and loving environment. Defendant did not resist law enforcement when arrested and confessed fully to both murders. The court has further considered that given...
It's almost like he's swallowing or it's almost like let me get this person out of here. Oh my God. There we go. Just don't make no sense. All right, anyway. Woo, Lord, honey, they just don't have nothing to do. But it's almost like he's swallowing to try to cover up his true feelings or emotions. Like, I think he's purposely trying to appear unaffected by what he's about to hear. You know what I'm saying? Let's continue.
In giving great weight to the advisory verdict of the jury, who recommended that the death penalty be imposed by a vote of 9-3 on count 1 for the murder of Christine Melton and a vote of 10-2 on count 4 for the murder of Diane Ruiz. The court recognizes that there is no mathematical formula for considering the aggravating and mitigating factors. It is not enough to weigh the number of aggravators against the number of mitigators. The court carefully considered the nature and quality of each aggravator and mitigator. Having reviewed all of the aggravating factors proven beyond a reasonable doubt and all of the mitigating circumstances reasonably established by the evidence, the court finds that the aggravating factors greatly outweigh mitigating circumstances. Given the facts of the case, nothing in defendant's background or mental state would suggest that a death sentence is inappropriate. This court's review of other reported capital cases has led the court to conclude that the death penalty is not disproportionate in this case. Under the totality of the circumstances and evidence, the court finds no basis to override the jury's verdict. The totality of the circumstances warrants that the defendant, Wade Stephen Wilson, be sentenced to death for each count of first-degree murder. Accordingly,
you see how he kind of looked away when he was just told that he's going to be sentenced to death?
It is ordered in the judge that the defendant, Wade Stephen Wilson, be sentenced as follows. Count 1, first-degree murder of Christine Melton. The defendant is hereby sentenced to death. Count 2, grand theft of a motor vehicle. The defendant is sentenced to 5 years imprisonment in the Florida Department of Corrections. Count 3, battery. The defendant is hereby sentenced to 364 days in the Lee County Jail. Count 4, first-degree murder of Diane Ruiz. The defendant is hereby sentenced to death. Count 5, the burglary of a dwelling. Defendant is hereby sentenced to 15 years imprisonment in the Florida Department of Corrections. Count 6, petty theft. The defendant is hereby sentenced to 364 days in the Lee County Jail. The defendant is given credit for all time served on this case on all counts. All counts are to run concurrent with each other, meaning at the same time. All statutorily mandated fines, fees, and costs as announced on the record are imposed, and the defendant is committed to the custody of the Department of Corrections for execution of this sentence as provided by law. The defendant is hereby notified that these convictions and sentences are subject to automatic review by the Florida Supreme Court. If he cannot afford an attorney to represent him in any appeal, the court will appoint one for him. Are there any other matters to present to the court?
The judge, the state would be seeking $17,500 cost of prosecution.
I'm sorry, how much?
$17,500, Judge.
All right. Any objection?
No, sir.
All right. That will be in.
He kind of did his eyes like, yeah, right, okay. See if you see that $17,000 if you want to.
Opposed, then. Any other terms or conditions?
Absolutely, Judge. We just want to make sure that Mr. Wilson has absolutely no contact with the victim's family.
There'll be no contact ordered with any of the victim's family members and anything else.
All right, thank you.
All right.
Judge, I understand he has other cases pending here.
This joker made me want to just jump through the screen, I tell you, because he is not that damn hard. You know what I mean?
Wilson, as court, within whatever authority you have, get him to death row as soon as possible.
Okay. Well, in relation to those other cases, I know we have cases pending here in the circuit. Today is not the day to handle those. I would maybe put those, I could do it as early as September 16th. I believe that's Monday morning.
That's Malcolm's case, Judge. Yes, Your Honor. Malcolm Dowling from Mr. William Wilson. September 16th would be fine.
Okay. Well, I think it'd be more appropriate to handle that at a different time. So let's do that September 16th then at 9 a.m. for the other cases, which are case numbers
20 CF 16591 and 23 CF 15499.
Okay. And we have court on 16th, right?
Yes, Your
Okay.
Judge, if I may, he also has a BOP warrant out of Broward County, Palm Beach County. I'm going to get in touch with the authorities over there, but if need be, we'll ask the court to ROR him on that BOP warrant so he can be taken up to.
Well, it's not a motion in front of me today, but if you certainly able to file whatever you want to file, and
Yes, sir.
I'll consider it.
Thank you.
All right.
I don't even know why they would even entertain that. The dude just got sentenced to death and they want him to go face another warrant charge in a whole nother county. I would be like, isn't death enough? You know what I mean? You want to add some more on to that? Like, really?
Anything else?
Nothing to say, Judge.
All right, sir. Then, Mr. Wilson, you will be fingerprinted and remanded to the Sheriff's Department. They'll be held without bond and for transport to the Department of Corrections when it's appropriate. If nothing else, then we're adjourned.
All right, now that's the short version. They do have a longer version. I'm going to put his photos back up because, honey, he is not that damn hard. So, and the only reason why I say that is because to me, I don't know who's, Rita said it. He's trying to act hard for the people that's going to be, his bunk mates or whatever, right? The people that's going to be in his jail. I believe that's why he went and tatted up his face, because that is not how he looked before committing his crime. Again, the tattoos is after he committed this crime. Did he start going to get all these tats on his face? Okay. So again, I believe that he did this in order to try to look hard, because his name is Wade Wilson. This is so that he wouldn't appear soft, because he's a very, I'm just going to say, because people would consider him an attractive guy. Okay. I feel like he was more attractive before he got those tattoos, but after the tattoos, it's a no for me. However, I've seen somebody say that, oh my God, it was a whole lot of women writing to him and paying his lawyer fees or whatever, wanting to get with him. That is true. But this is not what we're going to talk about, but I will talk about it just for a minute, okay? Just for a minute. Yes. And remember I told y'all a long time ago, everybody has supporters. There are supporters. So people are going to support whoever they want to support. Everybody has supporters. Y'all remember me telling y'all that? Well, this admitted killer, because the man actually pled guilty, okay? He pled guilty I think he pled guilty and then came back and tried to say he was insane or not in his right mind or whatever the case may be. But this man pretty much admitted to what he did, right? He got caught admitting it on the phone with his dad. They played that recording in court or whatever. And there's still women out there that's writing him. I even heard that they want to marry him. There's women that wants to marry this dude. So he is going, he's currently on death row, and I'm pretty sure he is getting flooded with letters and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because yeah, there's some sick people out there. It is some sick people out here. They don't give a damn. We hear it all the time. Murderers, mass murderers, whatever the case may be, they still somehow end up getting fan mail and people that fall in love with them. And some people even marry them. Okay. She said, hey, Kiva, I'm sorry. I always call you Kiva. Kiva says even serial killer Ted Bundy has supporters. So yeah, you know, sometimes it doesn't even matter what you do. It's going to be somebody that's going to rally behind you and they're going to okay your behavior, okay? Or they're going to downplay it and act like it ain't true, act like they ain't seen it, act like, you know, you're innocent. So please don't be alarmed, because I know when we first came out here swinging, we were all kind of shocked, like, wait a minute, how can they not hear that? And how can they not see it this way? And how can they not see it that way? But all in all, it is people out there that will choose not to hear what they heard, not to see it the way it is. So there will always be supporters, okay? So let's go over some of the narcissistic traits that we saw in this short clip. Of course, there is a longer version out there of his sentencing, but we didn't do the long version because, you know, I want this live to be kind of short and brief because we got some other stuff to talk about, but I'm gonna talk about it on a different live. So if you come back, you come back. If you don't, you're gonna have to catch it later, all right? But anyway, let's talk about some of the narcissistic traits that we noticed. You guys can go ahead and start putting some down in the comments, and I am going to announce the things that I took note of before coming on this live, okay? Lack of remorse, 100%. This dude don't give no F's. Now, in the longer version, the judge did ask him, did he want to make a statement before the sentencing? And that joker had the nerve to say, not at this time, but maybe another time. Another time? That joker said, not at this time, maybe another time, like did not care whatsoever. So lack of remorse was definitely something that threw me in the face. His whole courtroom demeanor was, I don't give a care, okay? Absence of guilt or empathy in his actions from A to Z. He don't care. He didn't care. If he did, he damn sure didn't show it at all. Lack of remorse. He appeared smug and soulless and I don't give a damn. I don't care. All right. Grandiose and attention seeking. See, we probably saw him rolling his eyes and looking from the left to the right, trying to be firm with his look, had his neck up in his, kind of raised his face up to the, chin up a little bit or whatever to give off a cocky, arrogant type of vibe, right? That was really for the camera, okay? That was really for the camera. He was a TikToker, so he knows cameras was on him, okay? So he did that for the camera because also those people that's in jail, they watch this type of stuff too. They see this type of stuff too, okay? So he was seeking attention, and he was also kind of smiling a little bit. He got that little Joker tattoo. The Joker have like a tattoo smile on his face, and that's exactly what he was trying to give off. But he put all these other tattoos on himself because he wanted to stand out. Again, seeking attention. He got the swastika tattoo on his face and a bunch of other little kind of derogatory tattoos on his face. Why? Because he wanted to assert a sense of authority, like I could do this. Who gonna stop me? Who gonna check me? I could do this, okay? Also, manipulative, okay? Being very manipulative. They didn't say this in this particular version, but in a longer version, they stated that this dude tried to escape from prison before. Okay. I guess prior to the trial, a couple of years prior to the trial, it was reported that he tried to escape from prison. So that's manipulative behaviors. Okay. And he also, let me see. Oh yeah, another one was like, so when he was locked up in his cell and he was on the phone, he was told, oh, you can't talk about this or you can't talk about that. And he disobeyed all the rules. Whatever they told him he couldn't do, he did. Okay. He disobeyed all the rules. So that's a form of manipulative behavior as well. Okay. I'm trying to think of any more. We said cockiness. We said, oh yeah, control. Like he kept leaning back to his lawyer and trying to, get her to talk to him about this or talk to him about that. It was almost like he wasn't, some people are kind of sit there and won't say much to their attorney or whatever, but these very narcissistic control freaks, they talk to their attorney the entire time they're there. Okay, so what are some of the things that you guys picked out? Let me see. Oh yeah, okay. So she's who said that? Deborah. Deborah said he got his dimples covered for sure. You want to know why? Because dimples are considered cute and cozy and cuddly, and yeah, so he got his dimples covered because he don't want to appear cute in prison. Okay. Hey, good observation because I didn't notice that. So thank you, Deborah. Yes, those dimples, because dimples are for cute guys. You understand what I'm saying? And that's probably why he was able to get all these girls in the first place, right? What is something else that you guys pointed out? Mama 3 said he is crying in his cell. He's crying because he's not really the hard guy that he tried to portray it at this sentencing. And I believe that things really probably didn't hit him until after they said the death sentence and he was walked back to his cell. That's when it's probably started hitting him. Unbothered. Yes, he was acting like he was very much unbothered. However, he was acting like he was unbothered, but yet taking deep swallows, right? So deep swallows is a sign of anxiety. So even though he was acting like he was unbothered, those deep swallows showed that he was definitely bothered. Okay. So your face can say one thing, but your body reactions can say something else. When people swallow or cough or, sniff or stuff like that with their nose, that's a sign of anxiety. So all that hard swallowing and stuff he was doing, honey, that tell you right there that he ain't no soft. He ain't no hard. He just as soft as a pillow as he want to be. He's not no hardcore person or whatever. He got caught up. He is a killer, but he got caught up. He did what he did. And because he did what he did, he's going to spend the rest of his life he's going to spend a very large amount of time in jail, in prison, before he is executed. Because y'all know the death row, sometimes you be on death row for like 20 years before they even, do it, before they even zap you away, right? So he's going to be in prison for a very long time, and then, he'll be gone. Nonchalant attitude, absolutely nonchalant. However, he was acting nonchalant, in my opinion, because he wanted to appear hard and unbothered. But don't forget about those hard swallows. Those hard swallows was definitely a dead giveaway that Joker was nervous as hell, okay? He really was. It was showing anxiety. She said not zap him away. Yeah, they're going to zap him on away. I'm trying to look at any of the other ones. I think that's all you guys gave. She said he already knew he was gone. Yeah, he did. He knew he was going to be in prison. Oh, Angela said, I've been following this case for 2 years. He's a sicko. He's definitely a sicko. Yes, he did those tattoos himself. I don't think he did all of them himself. I think he did several of them himself. But I do believe that they said somebody else helped him with some of the tattoos. I think that's it. Okay. I think that we kind of all hit this, some of the same narcissistic traits. So yeah, so he is definitely, this happened in Florida, you guys. This actually happened in Florida. TikToker, and just was a narcissist, an abuser. a manipulator. You know, things went his way all the time. And when somebody rejected him and told him no, I think he told a girl to get in his car. And when she told him no, he took matters into his own hands. You know, a narcissist cannot take rejection. They can't stand it. It bothers their soul. And that's why you still have somebody running around here to this day pretending, you know, that pretend to be a victim because he just couldn't deal with rejection. She said, I think he honestly believed in his head he was getting out. I don't see how he could think he was getting out. There was a lot of people rooting for him, trying to say that he was innocent, but nah, he wasn't innocent. He admitted it over the phone to his dad. It was a phone call, jail call, that he told his father that he did it, you know? He had so many women playing with him, like they found someone to take the case on or who can get him out. Oh, wow. It's crazy. Those tattoos is not going to stop these men from doing anything to him in jail that they want to do. Let me tell you, LaTanya, you are absolutely right. Just like we're sitting here and watching and we read him like a book, trust and believe there's people in jail, in prison, that sits there and read these new prisoners as well. So they already kind of know what type of person you are before you even get in there. They already know. So, you know, I'm not sure if they gonna which prison they shipped him off to, but trust and believe when they come, they already know they coming for one thing, and they be already knowing what's going on. They look him up. He admitted to his dad before he went to jail. His dad was the one who told on him. Oh, okay. I thought it was when he was actually in jail, Jazz, that he admitted, because I think I heard on a phone call, you know, him admitting to it. He actually admitted to the killing. Yeah, he did. And there were still women that wanted to probably spend their life savings to find a lawyer to get him off, you know. Yeah, looks can go a long way, I guess. And charm, you know, they like, oh my God, you know, they thought he was so sexy and charming. They know your background before you arrive. Exactly. That's what I'm thinking, Glenn. And they probably read him like a book. So he could probably get away with it with the women. But when it come down to these other men that's going to be his cellmate, they're not going to go for that. The man said on the jail call he was going to hashtag Trump so he can get out. I don't think he's going to be getting out anytime soon, okay? I definitely don't think he's going to be getting out. He got the death row, so he's going to be sentenced to death. And let me tell you something. It takes a lot to get off a death row. Like, literally, it was a man that they found out was innocent, or I don't know if they deemed him innocent, but they definitely deemed him not to be the one that the DNA was found, and they still electrocuted him. Why? Because it takes a lot to overturn a death row sentence, and he was executed, you know? Yeah, so she said very charming. Yes, he was very charming, but very charming with his looks, his attitude, you know. Listen, most narcissists are. Most narcissists are very charming. That's why they were able to get multiple women. Look what we've been dealing with already with the different cases we've been dealing with. It seems like every narc case we deal with, they have no problem getting a woman. They just have a problem keeping a woman. But they can get women. Women throw themselves at these type of men because narcissists are, you know, what is it? They love bomb you with their charm. They love bomb you. They act like they're so understanding of what you're going through. They listen, you know, for the moment, you know what I mean? They're very charming. A lot of them are. So anyway, that is Wade Wilson. Again, we didn't go all the way into the case. We're just going to be breaking down verdicts and sentencing, but just, you know, because we're already kind of late and I did not want to do a long live on him. So we only just went over the sentencing, but he was sentenced to 2. Actually, I think he got the death row. Let me see. Can you get death row twice? I think he got the death row for the both of the charges, but I don't know if it's 2 death rows. Let me see something right quick. I don't think that's how it works. Let's see what it says. Oh, which is crazy. So they so crazy. I don't know why the court system do this. This is crazy. So he got the death row plus 12 years. Like, how the hell does that even happen? I don't even understand how you could give somebody extra on top of on top of the death row, right? So he got death row plus 12 years plus a fine, okay? $17,000 fine, 12 years in prison plus death row. So I don't know. Crazy to me. It's crazy how they even come up with this stuff. I would think the death row would be the ultimate. I would think it would be the ultimate. So anyway, oh yeah, he did. He got 2 death sentences. Oh my God. So he received 2 death sentences, a death sentence for each person that he unalive. He got 2 death sentences. OMG. So wait a minute, he gonna die, come back alive, die again, come back alive, and then he got to spend 12 years. That's crazy, absolutely crazy. Well, anyway, you guys, that is all for this particular video. Thumbs up this video for me. I told you guys it's gonna be short. It's only 41 minutes. We'll be off in 45. So any questions on this particular case? Anything that you guys want to ask or talk about before I hop this particular live? And yeah. She said, so they want him to serve 12, then death sentence. Well, no, it's concurrent. It's concurrent. So I guess for whatever strange reason that they would overturn his death sentence for whatever strange reason, he still got 12 years in prison. So it runs concurrently, meaning that, while he's sitting on death row, he's still, or maybe they're saying, well, you know what, because you got 12 years, we're not going to electrocute you until you do those 12. Maybe that's what it's for. Maybe that's what it's for. Okay. She said, how many people did he unalive? He unalived 2 people. 2 people. She said, yeah, this is a good story to cover. Yeah. She said, I used to always ask my mom, why do you all have to do that? What is that? Give extra time? 2 life sentences. Oh, your mother's a judge? Is your mother a judge or a lawyer? She said, I'm still at the gym. LOL, need entertainment. Don't leave us. Oh, no, I'm coming back. I'm coming back on a different live. I need to give my other page some watch hours anyway, so I'm going to come back on a different live. J. Lou, is your mom a judge? She said, no, they just have to sentence for every charge. Oh, yeah. Yeah. So he got 2 death sentences, which is actually crazy. Yeah. She said he's a rapist too. And look at him though. Did he really have to throw his life away? Believe it or not, because of his looks, he could have actually made it far in this world. You know? But they be tripping me out the way they try to like blame your childhood or whatever for some of the reasons you do what you do. Like, dude, he probably was, living a spoon-fed life, She said, Amor, he actually unalived 5 people as you cover him. 5? But, well, if he unalived 5, it wasn't for this particular case right here. She says, no. I worked at the district attorney office, not a judge. Oh, she works at a district attorney's office. Oh, okay. He unalived 5 people, but, well, in this particular case, he only unalived 2. 2 women. So he must have unalived them before he unalived these 2 women. He's crazy. Absolutely crazy. Coral corpus women. This happened in 2019 and he just got his sentence in 2024. Wow, he waited for a while. And then he was in the Canadian Armed Forces. Oh my God. Oh no, that's a different Wade Wilson. So never mind, scratch that. Because I was trying to see, was he in the military? Because sometimes these nuts. Mental health, Amor, and drugs. He had a lot of trauma with his dad and mom. Yeah, I did hear that he had a lot of trauma, but guess what? That didn't stop him from getting life in prison. That did not stop him from getting life in prison. Okay, so it looked like the reason why the case took so long, because they hit a dead pool, right? So a certain portion of the jury wanted him to receive death, and another portion of the jury wanted him to have life in prison. So, yeah. I wonder why they wanted him to have life in prison versus death. But anyway, he got off on other cases. Oh, that brings me to this other young fella. Well, shoot, I should show his sentence, but maybe I'll do it another day. But he is the one I was telling y'all about last night. The young guy killed his father and then turned around and killed his mom, or maybe it was the other way around. That joker was found not guilty. We definitely gonna have to break down that particular case. I just can't understand how the jury found him not guilty. That is crazy. And then even when they said not guilty, he smickered, like he laughed in court. Like, anyway, it's almost like I killed both my parents and I beat the system not once but twice. Absolutely insane. But anyway, you guys, I'm about to hop this live. Thank you guys so very much. Please hit that thumbs up. Thank you, Knee Deep. I appreciate you for your super chat. And also Tanya Russell, thank you so very much. I will come back a little later. All right. So I'll talk to y'all in a few. Hit that thumbs up for me. Thanks, guys.
Because they can't make $1 without mentioning down one of our names.
Yay! She kept talking about
We
that
got these
family.
hoes over there. About
She kept
bad.
talking about that family. She kept talking
Internet
about that
gangsters.
family. She kept talking about that family. She kept talking about that family. That family. She kept talking about that family. Talking about that family.
These motherfuckers don't be want to regret something. Because they can't make $1 without mentioning down one of our